Good evening, and I welcome you, students. First, before I begin, there is a small meditation which will be done. This is called healing meditation. Healing meditation means we have a body, and we want to heal each and every part of the body. 2 to 3 minutes it will take. So, what we will do, we will sit silently, comfortably on the chair with our feet on the ground. The two hands are on our lips like this, relaxed. Before that, we will take 2 to 3 deep breaths in and breathe out. Then we will concentrate and focus on our breathing, and we will heal all parts of our body. We will heal all parts of our body. There is a tension at different parts of the body. We will do that. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sit comfortably. Close your eyes. First, take deep breath and exhale. You can take breathe from the two nostrils, exhale from the mouth 3 times. Deep breathe. Another deep breathe in. Exhale from the mouth. Another deep breathe in. Exhale from the mouth. We are throwing the negative out from the mouth. Now sit comfortably. Sit comfortably. Focus on your breath. Focus on your breathing. Your mind, your attention is on your breathing. Inhaling, exhale, inhale, exhale. Relax your mind, relax your body, relax your legs. Now, a yellow color golden ring is entering into your mind. Inside the head, golden yellow ring has entered. This is healing the two parts of the mind, left side and right side. Now, this golden ring is traveling lower side. It has come to your face. Now, it is healing your face. Whatever tension is there at any part of your face, that golden yellow ring is removing it. Now, it has come to your neck. Some tension is there on the neck. Some problem is there on either side of the neck. Imagine the ring to be on that side. It will heal. It is healing that pain which is there in the neck. Now it is coming to the chest, your heart, your lungs, whatever it is healing them. Coming to the stomach, digestive system, whatever healing is required. The yellow ring is traveling downward, healing. Then it is also gone to your two hands, fingers of the hands, your shoulders. It is healing the tension, the stress which is in the shoulders, in the hands. Now it is moving towards your legs. Any pain in any part of the leg, imagine the golden ring of light is healing the tension, the stresses at any part of the legs. Now it is slowly and slowly moving, healing your legs to the feet. Any tension, any problem in the feet, fingers of the feet, the golden yellow light is healing it. Experience the healing. Now the golden light yellow is present in the entire body, entire system. You have a body, you have a system, you have organs. They are made of tiny cells. This golden light is entering into trillions of the cells of which you are made up of, and is healing all your cells. And your cells are blessed, feeling happy, healthy, and now the golden ring is leaving your body. You have been healed, your entire body, your entire system, all your cells are now at peace, happiness, and in a state of bliss. Normal breathings now. 3 times. Normal breathing. Bring your awareness back. Experience the noise of the surroundings, the noise of the fan which is running over you. Rub your 2 arms and you will reduce a healing heat energy, and put this healing heat energy on your face, on your eyes, on your eyebrows, on your head, on your neck. Gentle massage the face, and slowly you can open your eyes with smiles. Thank you, God, for the beautiful life He has given us. We express gratitude to everything which we have. Thank you very much. Come back. Are you relaxed? Tell me, what was the experience?
Calm.
Are you feeling relaxed, better?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You have been healed. No tension, no problems, nothing, no worries. All out. Okay.
So we are back to the question answer sessions. So here we are starting our transition elements are very important and they are asked repeatedly in every exam. Transition elements. They form a very important part of our studies. Now here we are having the F block elements. He says read the passage given below and answer the following questions. So there is a passage coming and we will read it and answer the question. What is the passage? The F block elements are those in which the differentiating electron enters the n-2f orbitals. Is it correct? Is it
Yes,
correct?
sir. Yes,
That
sir.
means what is the configuration which we write ns, then you write last shell is ns, then n-1d,
D
and then what you write n
N
minus.
minus 2F.
So this shell is called the outermost shell, and this is called the penultimate. And what you call this as? You know, we are revising this penultimate and what?
Anti-penultimate.
And anti-penultimate. Anti-penultimate. So this is how the distribution is there. The F block are those in which differentiating electrons enter n-2f orbital. This is a correct statement. You understand? We have done it in the chemistry of the lanthanides. There are two series of F block elements. Are there two series? Is the picture coming in your mind? What are the two series of F block elements? Corresponding to filling of 4f and 5f orbitals. What are those 4f orbitals? What is the
Lanthanoids.
lanthanides are 4f orbitals. What are 5f orbitals?
Actinoids.
Actinoids. So you have lanthanides and actinides. The series of 4f orbitals, the series of 4 orbitals is called lanthanides. Lanthanides show different oxidation states depending upon the stability of F0, F7, and F14 configuration. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Actually, what is the most common oxidation state of lanthanides?
+3.
+3. But wherever exceptions are, we attributed, as you will study in the NCERT book, what we said, when it becomes F orbital is empty or half filled or completely filled, there are irregularities in the oxidation states. You see +2 and +4 also. Though the most common oxidation state is +3, there is a regular decrease in the size of the lanthanide ions with increase in atomic number, which is known as lanthanide contraction. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is lanthanide contraction, which we studied? Is there a revision? Whatever questions we do a lot of revision, because revision is very important. We are revising the entire course, whatever transition elements, F block elements we have studied. What is the lanthanide contraction, student, is an important question. It has been asked repeatedly. What happens to the atomic sizes as we move from with atomic number increases, the
Size decreases.
size decreases. And you have also seen the consequence of lanthanide contraction was there when we discussed the size of 3D, 4D, and 5D series.
5D.
The
Yes, sir.
size of 4D and 5D series are almost
Was
similar
the same.
because of
Lanthanoid contraction.
right. So whatever paragraphs are given, that we should have a complete picture. The questions could be put even little bit beyond this paragraph, because this chapter is in our course. So we are expecting on the basis of paragraph, but there could be questions with variations, So mind it, all this is important point. Such questions are repeatedly being asked, that you are given a paragraph, give the answer. Reason assertive questions are being repeatedly asked in CBSE because, and in NEET and other paper, because they are very important. And once we do them, we get very good revision of the course. We are aware of it. Okay. Let us see what question is coming, students. The atomic number of three lengthenide elements are X, Y, and Z. So the electronic configuration is now I told you certain electronic configurations are very important. They will be asked repeatedly from the chapter of the lanthanides and actinides. So here they are given with atomic number 65, 68 and 70. 65 is 68 and 70 atomic number, where they are lying. 65, which element is 65?
65 is terbium.
65 X atomic number is 65. This is 65 is terbium.
Terbium.
What is the electronic configuration of terbium?
Terbium is 4f9 6s2.
4F9
6s2.
6S2. That is terbium. Okay. And what is 68?
Terbium is 68. Erbium.
Erbium. What is the configuration of erbium?
4f12 6s2.
4F12 6S2. Okay, then which one is 70?
Erbium, terbium. Yeah, terbium.
A terbium. What is the configuration of a terbium?
4f14 6s2.
Now you are given for Ln3 plus ion. When you will form plus 3 ions, what will be the configuration of this?
Plus 3 4f8.
4F8. What will be this?
4f11.
What will be this?
4f13.
4F13. All right, then which is the correct answer?
A.
All right, A is the correct answer. You see that certain elements are important. We must learn the electronic configuration. They can ask you in the exam, or questions could be put in any way. You see that asking the electronic configuration, even if he does not give the paragraph, tell me, paragraph is not required for answering this question, because this question is purely based on writing, ability to write the electronic configuration. And we have told you in lanthanides and actinides, experimentally determined electronic configuration have been mentioned. So we know already where are exceptions. You said 4F0, 4F7 and 4F14. So whenever you will have these configurations, there will be some exceptions where we will write the electronic configuration, or there will be some irregularities will be observed. Okay, this is the correct answer. Correct answer. This is the correct answer. That A is the correct answer. Next question. Lanthanide contraction is observed in. Question number 2. Lanthanide contraction will be observed where? Lanthanide contraction is observed in gadolinium, astatine, xenon, tellurium. Where it will be observed?
Gadolinium. A.
On what basis the answer is given?
Because gadolinium is a lanthanoid.
These are not lanthanides. They are not lanthanides. Okay. Correct answer is gadolinium is the correct answer. Okay. Which is not the configuration of the lanthanide?
It should be 4f10 6s2. B option.
Huh?
B.
Lanthanide, which is not the configuration of lanthanide. 4F, how many you can put in 4F?
14. So B is
15, that itself is wrong.
yes, sir.
And what about this 4D? 4D 14 can be there. This is also wrong.
C is also wrong. It should be 4F14
4F 14.
because
Some
already
mistake.
5D10 is there.
4F, some mistake is there.
Yes, sir.
Some mistake is there. Anyway, whatever. Sometimes questions are misprinted here. So some mistake is there in the question. Next question. Name a member of lanthanide series which is well known to exhibit +4 oxidation state. +4 oxidation state.
Cerium.
What is the correct answer?
It should be
You are very well aware of this. This question has been repeatedly asked in different papers.
it should be cerium.
You know, cerium 4+ has a noble gas configuration.
Yes.
This is a highly stable state. Cerium 4+. Cerium 4+ has a noble gas configuration. You are aware of it because once you lose the 4 electrons, you will get a stable configuration. That is, cerium 4+ will be what? Xenon?
4F0.
58, then cerium 4+ will be 54. What is the, which noble gas is 54? Atomic
It's
number 54.
xenon.
Xenon. So this is 54 xenon. It has a noble gas. Stable configuration. Noble gas stable configuration is there. Next question. Identify the incorrect statement among the following. Identify the incorrect statement among the following. Identify the incorrect statement among the following. Lanthanide contraction is the accumulation of successive shrinkages. The different radii of zirconium and hafnium due to consequence of lanthanide contraction. Shielding power of 4 is quite weak. There is a decrease in radii of atom or ions proceed from lanthanum to lutetium. 4 statements are given. Is there any statement which is wrong? He says.
It should be
Incorrect.
B. B.
B. Because zirconium and the size of zirconium
And hafnium are almost same.
are equal. Due to
Lanthanoid contraction.
this question has been put up many times. Due to lanthanide contraction, the size of 3D, 4D, 5D, the size of 4D and 5D becomes almost equal. So you have 3D, you have 4D, and you have 5D. The size of 4D elements become almost equal to 5D due to the lanthanide contraction. Whereas 3 to 4D, there is a increase in the size. Increase in the size. Next question is coming. Why do actinoids show wide range of oxidation states? The important question has been asked so many times in the papers. You know what is the difference between lanthanides and actinides? What is the difference between lanthanides and actinides? They have asked this question also in the paper. Give 2 differences. Whereas for lanthanides, the +3 is the most common oxidation state. Only two elements may show +2 or +4. But what happens in the actinoids? They show what is the range of oxidation states of actinoids?
It is from +3 to +3 to +7.
It shows +3. They have +4, +5, +6. Also, they have +7. There's a
+7.
range of oxidation state. This is shown by neptunium and plutonium. See, what is the reason for this? What could be the reason for this, student? Why do we get this?
Because of a small energy gap between 5f, 6d,
If
and
we
7s.
if we write the configuration of actinide, what are the orbital? What is the last one? 7s.
7s,
Then n-1 6d.
6d,
Then n-2
5f.
5f. So the energy gaps are of comparable energy. Once they are of comparable energy, what will happen? That electrons can easily move from one to other because their energy is comparable. So they can easily participate in the bonding. So all the three orbitals can participate in the bonding. Therefore, they can show variable oxidation states because of the participation of 5f, 6d, and 7s orbitals. All the three, they are of comparable energy, can participate. They can participate in chemical bonding. They can participate in chemical bonding. Therefore, they will show variable and a range of oxidation states, wide range of oxidation states. Question could be put in many ways. Why is actinoid contraction greater than lanthanoid contraction?
Actinoid contraction greater than lanthanoid contraction. This is because poor shielding of 5f electrons in actinoids, more than that of 4f electrons in lanthanoids.
So the shielding of 5f orbitals is poorer than 4f orbitals. The shielding of 5f orbital is poorer than 4f orbitals.
Yes,
Next question is on the screen. Write one similarity and one difference between lanthanides and actinoids.
Okay. So similarity between both can be that both are stable in +3 oxidation state,
Okay.
or both of them show contraction.
Both show one lanthanide contraction. Actinoids show
Actinoid contraction.
actinoid contraction. +3 is shown by both of them.
Yes,
And
sir.
what is the difference?
Difference can be
They,
that actinoids are radioactive.
they show wide range of, we have even asked a question.
Yes,
Wide.
sir. Actinoids show
+3.
wide range, but lanthanoids don't.
Okay. They are radioactive. All elements are radioactive. So there are few differences between them. Account for the following. Eu2 plus is a strong reducing agent. Eu2 plus is a strong reducing agent. What happens to Eu2 plus? Eu2 plus is a strong reducing agent.
Plus is 4f 7 6s2.
Reducing agent means what? What is a reducing agent? which can undergo oxidation.
Oxidation, yes, sir.
So it will lose one electron, and because +3 is more stable oxidation states for them. So whatever +2 are shown, they will immediately try to revert back to +3 oxidation states, which is most common oxidation state. So they will revert back to +3 from +2. They go from +3 to +2 state. All right. Well, now he says a blackish brown solid A, when forced with alkali metal hydroxide in the presence of air, produces a dark green colored compound B, which on electrolytic oxidation in alkaline medium gives a dark purple colored compound C. Identify ABC, write the redox reaction inward. What happens when acid solution of green colored B is allowed to stand for some time? Very important question. Very important question, and been asked many times, students. I mean, you know that certain questions are very important. Very important question. Can you tell me what we are talking about?
It is here, A will be MnO2.
You know, we have discussed two important compounds. Which one?
KMnO4 and
They are
K2Cr2O7.
very useful compounds, and their preparation is done from their ores.
Yes, sir.
What is the ore which is used for the preparation of KMnO4?
Pyrolusite ore.
And which ore is used for potassium dichromate?
For potassium dichromate, chromite ore.
These are very important questions. We must learn them very clearly. If you have not, you should read them from the book, because we have uploaded a complete video on them. Their reactions are very important, where they are used as oxidizing agents. All this has been discussed in the book. What happens? First, you will get what? K2MnO4.
Ore.
What is the color of this?
It is dark purple color, dark green color.
Green color. Green colored. From this is black in color. You are getting green color. Then what
Green.
happens when you react this? What will happen? It will react oxidized. What will happen on oxidation or electrolysis? What happens on electrolysis?
It will give
Oxidation.
KMnO4,
What is the color of KMnO4?
purple.
Purple color. Purple color. Check the reactions in the book. Very important. Then purple color. What he says further? Which one? An alkaline medium. Alkaline medium. This is done in the presence of alkaline medium. What will happen in alkaline medium? What next? What is that? What happens when acid solution of green is allowed to stand for some time?
Yes. It will form KMnO4.
H plus.
and MnO2.
We have to balance
H2O.
this reaction. What will we get? 3.
It should be 4s plus 3. So,
What is the color of this?
MnO4 minus is purple and
This is
MnO2 is
2 minus. This is 1 minus. This is potassium
Mn.
permanganate. This is manganate.
Yes, sir.
What is the color of this?
Green,
Green. And what do you get? Purple.
purple and black.
The reaction is producing back the reactants. This is black in color, MnO2A, and this is your C. Okay. Potassium permanganate and potassium dichromate are important questions. They be done by all the students. They're very important, should be done by all the students. Any student must do them. Potassium permanganate and potassium dichromate. Next question. Calculate the spin magnetic moment. Atomic number 27.
Okay. It should be 4 bm approximately.
4 bm. How do you calculate?
Under root n into n plus
What
2.
is the configuration? First, we should write the configuration. What is the configuration?
Configuration is 3d7 4s2. Then
20,
m2
27 4s2 3d7. Then 2.
7.
What is 2 plus?
3d7.
M2 plus will be 3d7. How many number of unpaired electrons?
3.
3 unpaired electrons. If there are 3, then what is the spin magnetic moment formula?
Under root n into n plus 2.
And we can calculate, we know already. This 3 means it will be little less than 4.
Yes, sir.
So that it will be around 3.9 something. Bohr magneton. Chromium is a typical hard, while mercury is a liquid. Explain why mercury is liquid and chromium, they are transition elements. Why there is so much of difference?
It should be in chromium there are 5 unpaired electrons.
What is the chromium atomic number? 24. What is the configuration?
3d5 4s1.
So the chromium has got
5
maximum
unpaired.
number
Yes.
of unpaired electrons.
Yes, sir.
Maximum number of unpaired electrons. And therefore, what will happen? If there are more unpaired electrons, then the metallic bonding will become strong. There will be a strong metallic bonding.
Metallic bonding.
And what happens in the case of mercury? What is the configuration of mercury?
Mercury is 3d10 4s2.
3D10. Mercury is a 3D element. Which group is mercury?
Mercury is not T. Mercury is 5D10 6s2.
Then which group is this mercury? You have zinc, cadmium, and mercury. You have seen that 3D10, 4D10, 5D10. Then what is the answer? Mercury does not have unpaired electrons in the D subshell. So mercury has no unpaired electron. No unpaired electrons. Therefore, it becomes liquid. And is being used in thermometry, you know about it, mercury. Next question is coming. Transition metals form colored compounds. What is the reason for that?
Transition elements can form colored compounds. DD transition.
We already know about it. They can absorb light in the visible region. DD transition takes place. Zinc has lowest enthalpy of atomization. Enthalpy of atomization depends on which factor?
They are intermolecular forces.
What is the answer here, students?
Zinc is zinc has fully filled configuration.
Zinc is 3D10. It has no unpaired
Unpaired
electrons.
electron.
Therefore, it has very weak
Weak intermolecular interactions.
metallic bonding. They are all metals. Here we are talking of metallic bonding. Very weak metallic bonding is there, so enthalpy of atomization is lowest. Complete the following. KMnO4 on heating, what it produces. These reactions have been asked many times in the paper, students. You should be able to write these equations. Very important. What happens when you heat KMnO4? What hap-
KMnO4. It will form K2MnO4, MnO2 and O2.
You see, we can produce oxygen gas from KMnO4. It produces O2 on heating. You can see that it produces oxygen gas. And what is this potassium dichromate Cr2O7 2 minus in the presence of acid? You know, it is a strong oxidizing agent.
It will form
What will happen to iron? Iron will
Fe3 plus.
Fe3 plus. What are the other products?
Chromium 3 plus
Chromium 3 plus.
and water.
Water. Such reactions can be asked in the paper. You may have to balance them, and you know. Potassium permanganate and potassium dichromate are good oxidizing agents. So one or two reactions will be there in exam based on that. They are very important for the paper. Next reaction, complete the following. Complete the following. What happens in this?
MnO4 minus plus 5S2 minus H plus. It will be Mn2 plus then plus S and H2O.
Is an oxidizing agent. So what it will do, it will oxidize, and H2S, this is H2S, for example, H2S will be oxidized to sulfur. So you will get 5, there are 5 of this, and 16H means there will be 8 H2O. So we can see that. Important that KMnO4 and reactions of K2RCl2 important. They are used as oxidizing agents. KMnO4, K2Cr2O7, they find uses as oxidizing agents in chemistry. We are aware in acidic medium, in neutral or alkaline. We have to check in the book. Very important reactions have been given. What will be the products of this reaction? Dichromate,
It will be CrO4 2 minus and H2O.
complete the following reactions. Again, these are the reactions in which KMnO4 and they are acting as oxidizing agent. Potassium permanganate is an oxidizing agent. It oxidizes sulfide to sulfate. We know about it. Iron to ferric, H2S2 sulfur, all oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent properties are very important, will be asked in the paper.
So it will be
Acidic medium.
SO4 2 minus, then Mn2 plus and water.
And water. Balancing the equation complete means we have to balance in the paper. These equations have to be balanced too. How much is that? 5. And water 6. There should be 3. Has to try to check it out. These equations should be written balanced in the paper. Very important questions are coming.
We have SO2 minus plus H. It should be Cr2O7 2 minus and H2O.
What is the color of this chromate ion?
It is chromate is orange.
Chromate is orange or dichromate is orange?
Chromate is this yellow.
Actually, the color chemistry is involved here. You should know that chromate ion yellow color will change into, what is the color of this? Orange.
Orange.
Potassium dichromate crystal you have seen in the chemistry lab, they are orange colored crystals. Such questions are very important because in acid medium what happens? Chromate changes to dichromate. These reactions are reversible. Next question, what are different oxidation states exhibited by lanthanoids?
Different oxidation states which are exhibited by lanthanoids. They can show +2, +3, and +4.
What is the common oxidation state? +3.
+3.
+2, where the +2 is shown? You are aware of europium 2 plus. And what you have? +4.
Cerium 4 plus.
Cerium 4 plus. So where are these exceptions coming from? 4F0, 4F7 and 4F14. State two characteristics of transition elements.
Transition elements, they can form interstitial compounds. Then they exhibit catalytic properties,
There are so many properties which we have discussed: color, magnetic properties,
variable
catalysts,
oxidation states.
interstitial compounds, alloys, variable oxidation. All these are examples of this. We know about it. Such questions have been put up in the paper. Which of the 3D elements may not be regarded as transition element and why?
3D elements में zinc,
Zn. What is the reason you are giving?
because it has fully filled d orbitals.
It does not have incomplete filled d orbital in the ground or in a common oxidation state. In the ground state or in any of the compounds. Assign suitable reasons for the following. The Mn2 compounds are more stable than Fp2 plus towards oxidation in their +3 oxidation state. +2 compounds are more stable.
The Mn2 plus. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक 5 होता है. In Mn2 plus, the electronic configuration is argon 3d5. So 3d orbital is half filled and very stable. So it is difficult to remove the third electron, and hence third ionization enthalpy will be very high.
So this is half filled. Half filled extra stable. Many questions of such are based on the electronic configuration, not all. We have already discussed in our lectures. Wherever first thing which we try to find is electron configuration. If there is a half filled, empty or fully filled orbitals, then they are more stable. That is one of the reason for ionization enthalpies or other reasons we have given to you. First, we will try that. Next, in 3D series from scandium, the enthalpy of atomization of zinc is the lowest. You have explained this already.
Yes, sir.
Zinc lowest. Again and again, such questions are repeated. Lowest enthalpy of atomization, because Zn is 3d10. C, scandium 3 plus is colorless in aqueous solution, whereas Ti3 plus is colored.
Scandium 3 plus does not have any unpaired electron, and hence it is colorless. It does not have any electron in d orbital.
What is the configuration?
It is 21. So it is argon. Just
When
really
there is no electron, what do you mean by unpaired or nothing? There is no electron. When there is no electron present in scandium 3 plus, it will be colorless because no DD transition is possible. Colorless. Always compounds of this will be colorless. What happens in Ti3 plus? What is the configuration?
Ti3 plus is 3d1.
So it has one electron. It can undergo DD transition. Hence it will be colored. We may know the answer, but what we have to write in the paper should be very clear. Don't have to write unnecessarily. Next question, how do you prepare K2MnO4 from MnO2? So you have to write the reactions here. Again, important. I said these two compounds are very important. We should learn the reactions where they are prepared from.
K2MnO4 from MnO2. MnO2 plus O2 plus KOH.
This we have discussed. What will we get?
K2MnO4 and
Okay.
H2O. We'll get.
K2MnO4 we will get from it. 2MnO2. Partial reaction he has asked.
Plus KOH plus O2.
What is the product?
K2MnO4
Because
and H2O.
K2MnO. He did not ask KMnO4. Huh? K2MnO4. You should be
Yes, sir.
careful. Sometimes it feels KMnO4. We are used to that. Is K2MnO4 plus 2H2O. Okay. How will you prepare Na2Cr2O7 from Na2CrO4?
Na2Cr2O7 from Na2Cr4. By acidifying with sulfuric acid.
What
H2O4.
reaction? We need reaction. That's all.
Na2CrO4 plus H plus will give Na2Cr2O7. Na2SO4 plus H2O.
Reactions only in such question we have to write the reaction, nothing more than that. We don't need to write anything more than that. Which metal in the first series exhibit +1 oxidation state most frequent and why? The element which shows +1 oxidation state in 3D series, which element is that?
In 3D series, copper shows.
Copper shows +1, we already know. Which of the following cations are colored in aqueous solution and why? Now you have scandium 3 plus, V3 plus, Ti 4 plus, Mn2 plus. Atomic numbers are given. So we have to find which are colored and why.
Um, Vanadium 3 plus is colored. Ti 4 plus is Ti 4 plus is not colored.
Question
And
is which are colored?
Mn2 plus is colored
They are colored. Why?
because they have unpaired electrons, so they can undergo DD transitions.
Main thing is to be able to write their electron configurations. If you can write them, they will undergo DD transitions. So writing electronic configuration solve this question. When they will go undergo DD transition, they will form colored compounds. And if they do not have, they do not. All right, this ends up the important questions of transition elements. This is just a picture that we are revising as well as telling you here questions can be asked. So you should read them, read more. The more you read, the better it is. And then we will see you in the next class. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.